Hey guys, it's Rachel with Be Heal Dog Training. Yes, Kronk is strategically in the background because I know you guys really just want to see Kronk. So I'm doing these, I'm calling them my Quarantips, daily tips while we're all stuck in quarantine. A lot of people are stuck at home right now. It's not an easy time. And so I just wanted to look for a way that we can still connect and just to help give you guys some dog training tips and advice to help while you are stuck at home with your dog who maybe is driving you crazy. I don't know. So today we're going to start with teaching exiting the crate and why we want to do that and how to do that. And one reason I wanted to start with this particular tip is because it's easy and we like easy because easy is easy. And right now we could all use a little more easy. So I'll just show you guys real quick here before I get into it. We got Kronk hanging out in this crate here. And this is kind of what we are, part of what we're looking to get when we talk about teaching waiting to exit the crate. We have a dog that can be in the crate even when the door is wide open. There's the door. Just hanging out, relaxing, being calm. So we've got Kronk over here. This is like, I've only done a live one other time before. Let's see if I can figure out the controls. I didn't get fast enough internet at my old house to do this. So there's May snoozing in her crate, her little temporary travel crate, and there's Belle. So whenever the dog is in the crate, we have a goal. Come back to me. Here we go. There we go. We have a goal of keeping the dogs calm. And that starts with teaching the dog how to wait to exit the crate by you giving them a specific command to do so. So first of all, sorry about that. Why do we want to do this? Why is this so important? This seems like a really small thing. It is a small thing in that it's a small moment of your time during the day, but when you add up all of these small moments, such as having a dog wait to exit the crate and wait for your permission to do so, all of those small moments add up and can make really, really big changes in your dog. So you can apply this same concept, with all of your thresholds, waiting to go outside of a door or waiting to exit the vehicle, waiting to go up and down steps, and that gets more into other types of threshold training. So, but it's just a really important thing to do for state of mind. And if you think about it, what's the first thing, assuming your dog sleeps in a crate, and I know everybody who watches this, that may not be the case. I would advise everybody to get crates because they're amazing. I didn't used to crate all my dogs, now I do and I love it. But so assuming your dog is crated at night, what's typically the very first thing you do in the morning? You get up, you let them out of the crate. And a lot of people out there struggle with, they open up the crate door and you've got a dog who's been in there all night and they're very excited, or same story if you're, just coming home from being gone all day at work or at school. You open up that crate and you've got a dog that's going ballistic. And probably even before you open up the crate, you have a dog that's going ballistic, that's excited. Maybe they're whining, spinning, barking. They come running out. They're running all over the house. They're jumping on you. They're jumping on furniture. They're knocking down little kids. And so teaching the dog to wait for permission to come out of the crate is an opportunity to address a state of mind. And addressing state of mind is why all of these little moments like that are so important. So what if instead of letting the dog come rushing out of the crate, excited to see you first thing in the morning, we actually start off our day, whether it's first thing in the morning or when you come home from work, you start off your interaction with your dog with some leadership. So you come up to their crate, you stop any silliness, any nonsense in the crate, you open up the door, the dog waits calmly, they're looking to you for permission. And that's really important. It's a mental check-in that you're getting from your dog. They are looking to you for permission for when they can exit the crate, rather than just thinking about what's 50 feet out or thinking about, hey, I can come and run around and go crazy and jump all over you. So that's why it's so important to teach this stuff, and that's why I want to start with it, because I've gone into so many clients' homes and seen dogs that are just going nuts, and the very first thing we start with is coming out of the crate. Anytime a dog is crated and being goofy and silly. So, and when we start with that, you see an immediate change in the dog's behavior. Immediate, because now you've got a dog that's paying attention and going, oh, you're important. And you've got to be important to your dog. So how we teach this, and this is the part that's really easy, how we teach this, and I've done it this way with every single dog who's come to me for a board and train or who I've gone and work with. Every single dog has learned this way. First of all, you want to think about how you're approaching the crate yourself. So if you've got a dog in there that's excited and you come up to the dog and you are being excited, now you've got this energy that's just escalating and escalating between the two of you. And it might seem fun and you know, you get your dog happy and riled up. The problem is you get their energy so high, now you've got a dog that's probably not making some good choices. And then you've got a dog that you end up frustrated with. So instead, you want to make sure that you're approaching their crate very quietly and calmly. I actually, you know, when I walk up to my dogs and they're hanging out in their crates, I don't talk to them. The first words that they hear out of my mouth every day is a calm break, and that's their release word, and I have to be careful because I might accidentally release them. So you want to walk up calmly, again, stop any silliness or any nonsense, and just don't get the dog all riled up, because then you're just setting up that dog to have to be brought back down and to be corrected to be brought back down. So what you do is you come up to the crate. Unfortunately, I'm not going to really be able to demonstrate this most likely. Let's say he didn't know anything and you go to open that crate. A lot of dogs just assume they can come out, so they come rushing out of the crate. So when you start to open that crate, the moment the dog starts to come out, boom, you're going to close it right in their face. You're not going to hurt them. Even if you boop their nose or pop their paw because they're stepping out, you are not going to hurt the dog. But you want to do this very firmly, and you don't have to fuss at the dog. So it's really important, too, to make sure that you're not yelling at the dog. You're not going, no, get back in your crate. You really don't even have to say a word. If anything, just a calm no is all you need. Don't talk to the dog. Don't get into a conversation because, again, that's just harder for them to understand. So you're just going to open up that crate. Dog goes to rush out. You close it. Open up the crate. Dog goes to rush out again. You close it. And you repeat this a couple times. And I do have videos on my YouTube channel that you can check out that show brand new dogs learning this. So you can actually watch dogs learning this. Obviously, he knows all about being in a crate, so you're not going to see a demonstration here. But I do have videos on my YouTube channel that you can check out. But pretty much, without a word, you can open up this door, close this door, open up this door, close this door. And after a couple repetitions, sometimes lots of repetitions, you've got a dog that stops because they get tired of the door being slammed in their face. And the next time you open up the door, they look at you. And it's a really cool moment the first time you have that happen to you. Because, you know, especially if you've been struggling with the overexcited behaviors and you have dogs that come rushing out and going crazy, to be able to open up a kennel door and have a dog just make eye contact and look at you and give you that look that says, yes, may I? Really powerful thing, really important thing. Now, sometimes you can only get the door this far before you have to slam it. So address that until you get a dog that's waiting. And then practice opening the door a little bit more and so on. And what I always do with a dog who doesn't have manners as far as exiting the crate properly is at the point in time that I can get this door open at least a little bit, I'm going to put a leash on the dog in the crate. Okay, I don't want to just release them because then all that energy that they're working to control is going to come out at that point. So then you'll still have the dog running around and going nuts, right? So I will kneel down, I'll put my collar and leash on the dog so that I can guide the dog and teach it how to come out of the crate properly. And that's the thing, you can't just tell a dog verbally what to do or yell and fuss at a dog and expect them to understand what that means. You have to physically guide them through this process and show them. So leash on the dog, and remember too, anytime you make a change, and I'm talking subtle changes, anytime you make a change, expect that dog to potentially come rushing out of the crate. So what I mean is, plenty of times I'll come up to a crate, I'll approach, the dog's going nuts, I'll be standing here and address it, right? And then I get a dog that's listening at this point, but now I kneel down to put the leash on, the dog's going to try to rush out. 95% of the time at that point, that dog's going to try and rush out. So be prepared to close it. Watch your fingers. I've done that one before. That's no fun. What I personally like to do, I think you can see my knee here, is when I have these overly excited dogs, I like to use my knee here on the outside of the door so that I can have both hands to reach in and put the leash on the dog. And if they try to rush out, I can shut the door that way with my knee. And just basically it makes it a little easier for me than fumbling and trying to reach for the door and shut it. But again, just expect you kneel down and then you have to do the door a few more times. You reach in to put the collar on, the dog's going to get excited. And once you address that, you've got a dog standing in here with the collar and leash on. When you then go to stand back up, that dog's going to try to rush out. Again, close your door. Your next step in that, once you've got the leash on the dog, get comfortable again here. Once you've got the leash on the dog and you can open up the door and have the dog standing there with good manners looking at you going, yes, can I come out? Then you're going to give your release word. I use the word break. And so at that point, I will say break, and if the dog doesn't know that as a release word yet, I'll just give it a little leash pressure guiding it out to tell the dog, yes, you can come out. Now I've got a dog on a leash, and if they're overly excited, I can address it a lot easier than if that dog was off leash and running around the house being crazy. Now, when you're talking about taking that a step further and teaching the dog to really relax in the crate and you do things from more of a distance, you can, first of all, have your leash attached to your collar. I use prong collars to train with, so I'd have my leash attached to my prong collar. Open up this door really wide once we get to a point where the dog can handle that. And I'm talking usually 1 or 2 sessions is all it takes. Open up the door, step back, give the dog the opportunity to make the mistake to come out. And that's really important. That's a recurring theme that will probably come up in a lot of these tips that I'm doing. You have to let the dog make the opportunity to do it wrong in order to have a dog who can really be reliable and just to help them understand things faster. I don't want my dog staying in the crate because I'm standing there going, stay, wait, no, no. That gets old. You don't want to repeat stuff like that to your dog constantly. So, again, this is all done. I can do this without any words at all. And you can too, I promise. And so then what I do is I'll open up the door, and if the dog goes rushing out, I'll give a quick little pop on my leash, say no, guide the dog back in the crate, and do it again. And again, that's the beauty of having the leash, is you can control the dog if they do go rushing out. And you just work on your distance from there. I apply a remote collar to it, beyond that point, and where I can walk across a room and correct the dog with a remote collar if they come rushing out. And you want to build up to that, obviously. Mostly today, I just wanted to focus on teaching you how to teach your dog to do this, because there are, I'm sure, a lot of dogs out there, a lot of people watching this video who are struggling with dogs who come rushing out of the crate all excited. You can, and if you stick with this every single time, this is something you do every time you let the dog out of the crate. Now, the first time you do this, you might have to open up and close that door 50 times. Usually it's not that much. If you do it right and you're effective with it, usually it's just a couple of repetitions and the dog's going to figure it out. But there are some dogs that are just way more excitable, or some dogs that just maybe don't pick up things as quickly as other dogs. You may have to repeat it a little bit longer, but don't worry, you're not going to have to do that every single time you let the dog out of the crate forever. You need to stick with that method every time you let the dog out of the crate. But if you do that, after a couple sessions, you're not going to have to repeat it so much, if that makes sense. So use that same method every time, but over time, the amount that you're going to have to repeat that is going to diminish until you don't have to do it at all. Because then the dog learns, hey, if I come rushing out of the crate, I'm going to get the door slammed in my face, and that's no fun. So if that sounds mean to you, it's not meant to be mean. We're not trying to be mean to the dogs. And trust me, these dogs, with all this energy, I guarantee you, they run into things harder than you're going to smack them in the nose with that wire door. Okay? You're not going to hurt them. It's meant to be uncomfortable, because that's part of the teaching process. We want to do reward behaviors that we want the dog to repeat, and we want to have consequences for behaviors that we don't want the dog to repeat. I don't want the dog rushing out of the crate, so guess what? Bam, there's going to be a door there. Dogs pick up on it really, really quickly, and then you don't have to sit there struggling for long periods of time trying to teach a dog how to wait and be patient when they're all wound up. So anyway, it's actually a really, really simple process, and when you put this in place, every time you let that dog out of the crate, you'd be amazed at the changes in behavior that you can get even just from that. So I have more tips coming up for you guys. I'm going to stick with trying to do this at around 2 o'clock in the afternoons. We'll just see how that goes. If it needs to adjust, we'll adjust it. Usually my kids are sleeping then. Today they're at their other grandparents' house, so If anybody has any questions, feel free to post them now. And if I don't answer them right now, if you send something later, I'll go back and check. And if there are certain tips or advice that you'd like to see me talk about in these afternoon videos, feel free to post, and I'll keep that in mind as I'm coming up with the content that I'm going to have available for you guys. So I hope everyone is doing well and hanging in there with everything that's going on, and thank you guys for joining me. I see a couple familiar. I see Lee and Candy and Danny. Hi to you guys. Thanks for watching. And all right, I'm going to go for the day, and Kronk and I, who's drooling, sorry, I think Kronk and I are going to go head outside. My other two dogs, if I can wake them up. Belle and I went exploring a park that's near the house, and she got to run and swim and go nuts, so she's probably going to sleep for a little while. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.